Welcome back to our final Good Evening KU of the semester. I'm Jonah Kahn.
And I'm Charlotte James, and we have so much to cover with you today. We have had such a wonderful semester working on this show together, and we are sad to see it go, but excited to wrap it up in a wonderful fashion. What was one of the highlights from your semester?
Oh, I have quite a few highlights. So I got to do a show. It was called The Prom, and it was at the White Theater at the J. That is not the correct photo they are showing right now. But that also, at the same time I was doing the prom, my cousin had his wedding, and so that was a picture of me and my siblings with my grandma, and so that was another highlight of the semester, getting to celebrate that. And then another highlight would probably be my internship with KCTV5.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. I've learned a lot, and it's been a fun ride with them, and I'm excited to continue it over this summer. And so what have some highlights been for you?
This semester has definitely been a very big period of personal growth for me, so that's awesome. I have made some of the best friendships I could possibly ask for, really connected with those around me and those living in the same building as me, and even some hometown friends. I'm super excited to come back next year. Yeah. You're going to be a senior, correct?
I'm going to be a senior.
Oh my gosh, how do you feel about that?
I'm excited. It's a little weird because it feels like I just graduated high school, but I still have this summer to look forward to.
What are you doing this summer?
As I said, I'm going to be continuing my internship with KCTV5, which I'm looking forward to. I'm also going to be taking a class, and I'm in a show right now that's going to be May 31st through June 8th, which I'm looking forward to.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What show is it?
It's Bye Bye Birdie.
Ooh, that's one of my mom's favorites. Yeah. Shout out, Mom. I am going to be working.
Awesome.
I'm in Des Moines, but this summer I will be managing a pool. I'll be nannying, and I'm so excited to do that. I miss my nanny family so much. And then I'll be teaching dance as well, so I'm super excited for that. But finals week is upon us.
Finals week is upon us.
How do you feel? Are you prepared? Are you behind? How are we feeling going into this week?
I feel ready to conquer it. I have mainly just projects. I just have to finish my portfolio for one of my classes. I have a big project for JMC 304, and then I have one actual final test. And so yeah, it's pretty light. 2 of my classes are already done, which I'm glad with.
Good on you for having that done.
Yeah, and
that's
what
awesome.
About you?
I have 2 pretty big projects, and then I have 2 exams. But moving out of the dorm on May 10th, which is crazy to think about. I feel like I just moved all my stuff in. I'm gonna miss 549 quite a bit, but you know, we've had such a great semester together here on this show. We've created some great friendships, and we look forward to working together in the future. But for right now, we have a man on the street for you, based off the concept of, am I smarter than a 5th grader? Here it is.
We're on Jayhawk Boulevard today, and we're going to be asking students if they are smarter than the 5th grader. What is the largest planet in our solar system?
Oh my god, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Is it Saturn?
Saturn. It's gotta be Saturn.
Saturn. The sun?
It's Jupiter.
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 Yep. Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Yeah. What is the capital of the United Kingdom?
Emmy, don't laugh.
London.
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 London?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's the tallest mammal on Earth?
Mammal?
Elephant.
An elephant.
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
It's gotta be giraffe.
Yeah.
Giraffe.
Yeah. Giraffe.
Giraffe.
A giraffe?
A giraffe? Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Giraffe.
What is Obama's last name?
Obama. Wait, what?
Well, that is his last name.
Yeah.
Obama.
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 Yeah. Obama, yeah. What ocean surrounds Hawaii? Is that the Pacific?
The Pacific?
Yeah. The Pacific? Pacific.
Pacific.
Oh, Pacific.
Yeah.
Pacific.
How many years are in a millennium?
Oh, is it 1,000? Yeah.
Woo! I want to say 1,000.
Yeah. 1,000?
Yeah. 1,000, I don't know.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah, that's
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
It's Jupiter. London. Giraffe. Obama. The Pacific. 1,000.
Who is your favorite student?
Can't have just one student, so my favorite group must be this group.
Thank you. student-run weekly show dedicated to Jayhawks who are experiencing the nuances of womanhood. Our goal is to help you, whether that be by teaching you about fashion or beauty, or talking about common and sometimes uncomfortable topics. We are building a community of like-minded and positive people, and we are so excited to be a safe space for you here at KU. However, looking into this weekend, and especially since we saw this weekend, both in the People's Choice Award and
Welcome back. I'm still Charlotte James, and I'm here with a very, very special guest, Lily Witkowski, who is a senior here at the J School, and we're going to be recapping her 4 years here with us. So, Lily, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from. How did you get into journalism? What made you want to do this?
Well, first, thanks for having me on the show today. I'm usually behind the camera or in the studio producing, but I'm originally from Chicago, suburb called Gurnee. You know, I played sports for most of my life, I would say, so I always knew I wanted to do something in sports because I wasn't as good to, you know, take it to the next collegiate level, but knowing that I wanted to really find a good journalism program, and KU was actually my last school that I visited. I almost went to Oklahoma State, another school in the Big 12, but I visited back in January, right before COVID, I would say, and then came into the building. It was just renovated, few more renovations were happening, and I walked into the studio area and I met Cal, and he did the whole spiel like, oh, where you're from, like, what do you want to do, etc. And I, you know, was so excited to be here, and he really made me feel comfortable that I would succeed in this program. And that was, I left the building after a great conversation, and you know, sealed the deal, and here I am about to graduate, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, so graduation next week.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, how do you feel about that, and like, what are some of your favorite memories from over your time here? I'm sure you have quite a few.
Yeah, so the fact that I'm graduating next week is, I wouldn't say scary, it's just very surreal. You know, you're in a dorm one day as a freshman, and then all of a sudden you're walking down the hill of the Campanile, and you know, some of my best school memories came through the J School, and to just kind of sum it up, I can't really like pinpoint one, but the journalism school has been so good to me in that sense because of how community-based this, you know, building is. You walk in and you see people you already recognize, you know them by first and last name, where they're from, like what their family's like, friends like, etc. But no, it's always a great time here, and you know, the J School has given me a lot, and I'm, you know, very grateful for that fact of all those, you know, good memories.
Absolutely. So what words of advice do you have for those incoming freshmen or upcoming students getting ready to take on that senior, junior, sophomore role?
I would say, you know, take every opportunity that you can. Don't say no to something just because you may not be interested in it. You don't know. Like, for example, I came into the J School wanting to be an ESPN sideline reporter, and I moved on from that my, you know, sophomore year when I was given the opportunity to produce one of our highly acclaimed sports shows, Playmakers, and I fell in love with that producing role.
Whatever way you want to spin to make the shot look good, I don't care.
spin glove side, Chad.
Oh, how much time do we have left? How much time do you have left?
I could have stepped back and said, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to still be on camera, but then I would have never known how much passion I have for like putting a show together, like being able to be a leader to a team of 10 to 20 individuals each week. So any opportunity that you get, say yes, because it can turn into something greater. Don't be afraid to, you know, try something new or ask for help on something that you may not be comfortable in, like video editing, Photoshop, graphic design, etc. Because in here, there's so many professors, there's so many faculty members, and even students that are willing to, you know, set that time aside to help you out and really, you know, develop your skills over time.
Awesome. Well, we are so happy to have you here today. What are your plans after graduation? What's the world of Lily Witkowski?
So looking in the outlook of 2 years, I am going to attend graduate school, which was not something I planned for. You know, that came up my junior year when I was kind of having a little bit, I don't want to call it a quarter life crisis, but like I went through the emotions of knowing that I may not want to move on more into the news world of things, but trying to really configure what I really loved. And I remember talking to a few people here, and after being overwhelmed, I remember coming into, you know, Cal's studio area, and I listed all my emotions and stresses out on the table, and he like looked at me, he's like, would you ever consider like being an athletic director, being a sports administrator? Like, just those few, you know, words put me on like this different path, which I'm so grateful for. So I will be attending graduate school here at the University of Kansas in the sports management department and the branch of sports administration, and continuing my time at Kansas Athletics within their communications department. So that's the 2 years. Haven't really thought out that 5-year plan, but I would like to, you know, move out of Kansas for a little bit and, you know, maybe find my way back as a Jayhawk one day.
Absolutely. Well, we are so glad you could join us today. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we are going to have news and weather as well as sports.
I'm so hungry. I don't know where to go. Do you want to go get a bite to eat?
We should go eat at those food trucks on campus.
There's food trucks on campus?
Yeah, every Wednesday in April.
Really?
Yeah, let me show you. There's one behind Bailey Hall, in front of Capitol Federal Hall, and behind Green Hall.
Let's go.
Awesome. KU launched Food Truck Wednesdays as part of its increased workplace satisfaction to create more diverse food options on campus for students and staff.
This is your reminder to drink more water. It is important to stay hydrated in order to stabilize your mood, maintain clear thinking, and protect your overall health. Make sure to drink a glass of water first thing in the morning. Try to carry a water bottle with you throughout the day. And make sure to also drink water in between meals. Drink more water.
Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Gabe.
And I'm Elena.
And we are bringing you the latest in news.
In Guatemala, the surge in fentanyl production has dealt a severe blow in the opium poppy trade, disrupting the livelihoods of farmers who rely on it for income. This shift has forced many to contemplate migrating to the United States in pursuit for other opportunities. Meanwhile, at the United States-Mexico border, the impact of this transformation is noticeable. Profits from heroin have plummeted from 5,400 pounds in 2021 to a mere 1,500 pounds in 2023. In stark contrast, profits from fentanyl have doubled, skyrocketing from 11,000 pounds to 27,000 pounds within the same period.
And protests advocating for Palestinian rights are ongoing on university campuses across the country. While some aim only to raise awareness and call for an end to the conflict, others seek to persuade their institutions to divest funds from entities with ties to Israel. The protests at Columbia University, in New York specifically, have escalated in intensity, leading to concerns about disruptions to campus activities and events.
Over the weekend, Category 3 tornadoes tore through Omaha, Nebraska, causing damages to hundreds of homes and leaving many residents homeless. Despite the destruction, local officials reported that there were no casualties and all injuries sustained were non-life-threatening. This was attributed to the early warnings issued to the residents, allowing them to seek shelter and take necessary precautions. The tornadoes left communities with debris scattered across neighborhoods and homes left unlivable. Emergency services have worked tirelessly to assess the damage, provide assistance to affected residents, and restore essential services.
And here in Lawrence, members of the KU faculty and academic staff have voted overwhelmingly to unionize, beginning immediately, but with phased-in decision-making. With more than 85% of voting in support, the United Academics of KU will begin the first unionized term in the 160 years of regularly scheduled classes. A forum will be held at 4 p.m. in the Burge Union to answer questions and collect input.
For more in sports, let's toss it over to Ashley and Kira.
Thanks, Milena. Over the weekend, 2 Jayhawks were selected in the 2024 NFL Draft. Offensive lineman Dominic Pooney was drafted in the 3rd round by the San Francisco 49ers, while defensive end Austin Booker was selected in the 5th round by the Chicago Bears. In addition to Pooney and Booker's success, several other Jayhawks also landed opportunities in the NFL. Jason Bean, Kenny Logan Jr., Mike Nowitzki, and Craig Young were all signed to teams as undrafted free agents or invited to attend an NFL's team camp.
Hunter Dickinson announced on Friday that he will be returning to Kansas for the 2024-2025 season. Utilizing his COVID year eligibility, Dickinson entered his final collegiate season and aims to further solidify his NBA draft prospects. During his final season with the Jayhawks, Dickinson averaged 17.9 points, 10.9 rebounds, and 2.3 assists per game. Joining Dickinson, DeJuan Harris and KJ Adams will also return as starters for the Jayhawks, adding to the team's depth and experience for the upcoming season.
And the baseball team won 10 of its last 11 games, including a 3-game sweep of Texas Tech this weekend at Hoagland Ballpark. The Jayhawks are now 25-15 overall and 12-9 in the Big 12 Conference. After a Wednesday game at home against Wichita State, KU will travel to K-State for a weekend series with the Wildcats.
The softball team's losing streak extended to 7 games with a 3-game sweep on the road to 4th-ranked Oklahoma State. The Jayhawks played well on Saturday, eventually falling 6-5, but they couldn't muster any offense on Sunday, falling 9-1 in just 5 innings. KU is now 27-21-1 overall, but just 11-13 in the Big 12. Kansas will get BYU at home this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to close out the regular season.
Next, the weather.
National champions deserve a clean campus. Don't wait for other Jayhawks to pick up your mess. Keep the University of Kansas clean.
Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Emma here with your weekly weather forecast. Now obviously over the weekend we had some pretty severe weather, some tornadoes that impacted parts of Oklahoma, Nebraska, and a little bit here in Kansas. Mostly we just saw lots of cloudy skies, lots of rain, and lots of lightning. I would say my recommendation is to take a look outside and really savor that sun, savor that kind of warm weather we're having, because unfortunately that's the last we're going to be seeing of it this week, as the rest of this week is planning to be all clouds, more rain, and more storms. More severe storms are going to be coming over the weekend into early next week. Lots of lightning, lots of thunder, not too bad wind though, fluctuating wind speeds that are slowly going to be decreasing as we go further into the week before starting to rise up just a little bit early next week. Taking a look at our current temperatures, in Lawrence we're sitting at about 70 degrees and it's pretty similar everywhere else. 68 in Kansas City, 69 in Topeka, 67 up in Leavenworth, and 71 down in Ottawa. Taking a look outside, obviously you can see those very clear skies, lots of sunshine, no real clouds today, and it's pretty similar all over Kansas, in Topeka and Emporia, and down at the bottom, Manhattan and Junction City. Again, our current temperatures, we're sitting at about 70 degrees, those very sunny skies and weak wind gusts, which are a little unusual from what we've been seeing lately at around 8 miles per hour. Humidity is sitting at around 48%, so nothing too bad. However, again, this is kind of the last bit of sunshine and warm weather we're going to be seeing for the rest of the week. And now we're going to take it outside to Jacob with a live look.
What's up, brothers? As we can see, there is not a cloud in the sky. Right now it is about 2:17 Central Time, probably got that wrong, but the sun's out, the grass is green, the trees are green. As you can see, students are out here walking in shorts and t-shirts. It's going to be a great day today. Make sure to take a walk down Clinton Lake or Mass Street, as today will be a very warm day. Thank you.
At that, again, the rest of today we are looking at, again, those very sunny skies all the way up to about a high of 74 degrees at 6 p.m. But again, all clear skies during the night and the day, high of around 68 at 8 p.m. and a low of about 62 down at 10 p.m. Once again, those wind speeds are pretty low, all the way down to only 5 miles an hour. Taking a look at our radar, obviously we see that big patch of clouds that has just left Kansas and parts of the Midwest. But if you look all the way over here, you can see that we are going to start getting some clouds over in Kansas through the coming days. Tonight's forecast, we're looking at a low of about 54 degrees, mostly clear skies again, and those lower wind speeds. However, something to be aware of is the humidity is going to raise all the way up to around 74%, so it is going to feel just a little bit sticky outside and a little more humid than now. Tomorrow's forecast, we're looking at a high of about 82 degrees, and that sun is going to be going away. We are going to be seeing a chance of some severe storms and windy with scattered thunderstorms. That wind is going to raise all the way back up to between 20 and 30 miles per hour, and again, pretty high humidity at around 57%. Taking a look at our sports forecast, the track and field team is heading to Fayetteville, Arkansas on May 3rd, where they will face a day of a high of about 76 degrees. Very cloudy skies early in the day, partially clearing, but more than likely those clouds will be present all throughout the day. 64% humidity, so probably a little bit more than what we're seeing here. And the baseball team is headed to Manhattan, where they will face a high of 71 degrees on that same day, May 3rd. Partly cloudy skies and lower wind speeds that are averaging around 9 miles per hour. Again, higher humidity, this time around 60%, so maybe a little less humid than Arkansas, but facing about the same humidity as we are here in Lawrence. Now taking a look at our extended forecast, tomorrow we're looking at a high of 85 degrees, and that's pretty much going to be the peak for this week, as after that we are seeing a pretty good decline all the way down to about 69 degrees next Monday. Again, you can see all of those clouds, all of that rain, and all of the storms, especially in the weekend heading into Monday. Now our stop day forecast this Friday, we're looking at a high of about 68 degrees, but that's not coming until pretty late in the evening, around 7 p.m. Again, those clouds all day, maybe clearing up a little bit in the early evening, but averaging still in those mid-60s. Taking a look at our extended forecast for next week, finals week, unfortunately not a great time to be studying outside, as we are still seeing those clouds pretty much every day, partly cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of sunshine, but again, mostly clouds. However, we are planning to see some pretty warm temperatures, especially later in the week, all the way up to about 83 degrees that Thursday. And a forecast plan for graduation. We're looking at a high of about 74 degrees in the day. However, the morning of graduation, we're sitting at about 72 degrees, mostly cloudy skies and a chance of rain, definitely something to be made aware of. However, in the evening, we are getting all the way down to about a low of 54 degrees, but those clouds do look like they're going to start to disperse and clear up just a little bit. Again, these weather forecasts are a couple weeks ahead, so the weather is always subject to change. Well, that's all we have for weather. Thank you so much for watching Good Evening KU, and hopefully we'll see you back here next semester.